Thank you very much. Very nice to meet everybody today. I'm going to talk to you about GFG Resources. Claude Resources, not Claude Resources, was the group we worked with previously, and many of you will know us from that past, and worked out very well for shareholders. We've done this before. We're in a great position, and I think this is a very interesting story. So today we're going to talk about a couple assets in the US and Canada, and a company poised to make relevant discovery. Caution, I will make forward-looking statements. I'm a geologist, I'm an explorationist, I'm an optimist. And with that comes forward-looking statements. Look, we're a North American-focused explorer. We've put together a couple serious belts. One's in Wyoming, one's in Timmins. These are great jurisdictions to work in. We've had this company and been public for about 2.5 years. We are major landholders. We're looking for Tier 1 deposits. And we're being aggressive while we're doing it. At a high level, this is a 20 million market cap company that will spend $7 million this year. We're financed to do it, and we're partnered with Best in Class in Newcrest, who is funding us on half of our expenditures. It's a very simple story. It's a very aggressive story and a good thesis this year. The people behind this, myself and our executive team, have a good track record from Claude Resources. We discovered a very relevant and highly profitable ore body and transitioned a junior producer into a very strongly free cash flowing asset, and were acquired for about $350 million by SSR Mining. Great transaction. That was 2 years ago. And we entered and founded GFG shortly thereafter. We have about 95 million shares out. Insiders would own 10%. We're well financed with $4 million cash in the bank. The warrants, $5 million at 80 cents, so a long ways out of the money. 20 million market cap. We believe in what we're doing. We've acquired 2 million shares as insiders, all bought in the market over the last year, and we currently hold about 10% of the company. Institutionally, we've made some of our shareholders very wealthy with Claude, and they continue to support us with GFG. Gold 2000, US Global, Lundin, Mackenzie, Century, CI Investments now. These are prominent resource investing companies, investing firms that believe in us. What do we have? 2 key assets, one in Timmins, one in Wyoming. This map has 100 million ounces in it. This is the Abitibi, Ontario. Goldcorp, IM Gold, Young-Davidson with Alamos. Major producers are all here, and it's been in production since the 30s. There will be tens of millions of ounces found in this map yet. We are the largest landholder here outside of Goldcorp. 700 square kilometers in the area of pink is what we control. Direct extension of the Timmins camp to the west. You have to look at this area and say, it is ripe for discovery. We bought this a year ago. We bought a company, 3 other purchase and sale transactions. And in the last year, we've moved it to be drill ready and started to make discoveries on it. The point is, discovery proximal to infrastructure will get acquired. That's why we targeted this belt, endowment and infrastructure. And it started with pulling the land together, controlling the district. 4 transactions, building the model, building our understanding. We are there. We've developed the targets, and we will be drill testing those this year. And it looks very encouraging from our signs so far. As an explorationist, you're looking for scale and size and endowment. This is 50 kilometers across. We've outlined a number of camp scale targets. We're not looking for one mine, we're looking for a camp. We control this whole belt. We're sitting right next to Timmins, and we've outlined 6 camp scale targets. Now the map is deceiving here, because each of those are 5 to 10 kilometers across. Most companies have one of those. We've got 6 of those. And we will see drilling go into 4 of these this year. Slate Rock, I'm going to talk to you about. Reeves and Gehan and Deerfoot. These are major corridors with scale, size, and have all the right hallmarks to host gold mineralization like Timmins. Really key piece here. When you're looking to explore a belt, you need a good filter to get you in the right area. We've done a lot of sampling regionally, and we sample the till. This is a reflection of where the gold is in our belt. How much is there? Is it relevant? Now, people have looked at this belt historically and perceived there to be nothing relevant there. We sampled till across this whole property. We have 500 till samples on a square kilometer basis, and we found some very large and high threshold gold in till anomalies. Consistent with what you see associated with major deposits. Slate Rock, Gehan, Deerfoot, Reeves. On this map, a big red or a big orange triangle means there's a lot of gold in the till. And we look at those grains and we figure out how far they've moved. And they haven't moved very far. Kilometer scale till anomalies, complete lack of historic drilling. We are advancing to drill test these this year, and they are very compelling targets. What does that look like in detail, and why is it important? These are all the gold grains from one sample, and the textures are most key. If it's rounded, it's moved probably 50 kilometers. But those ones on the bottom right, those pristine grains, they have moved less than 500 meters. What does that mean? Okay, we have a till sample, and it's got a lot of gold in it, and the gold grains are pristine. You're close. That's what it means. And we have a lot of pristine grains in our till anomalies, and we're going out to drill test those areas as we speak today. And this is one example from the Gehan Lake area. So we built a data set across the belt last year. We bought a company. We built our model. And we started drilling in Q4 of last year. We started drilling on a corridor that was permitted called the Deerfoot. This is about a 5-kilometer segment of one of our regional targets. And in the first hole, we hit economic mineralization. The first drill hole into this property had 4 grams, 7 grams, 4 grams, 15 grams. Multiple zones of mineralization, and it remained open. That's a great start. That was announced in February. 2 weeks ago, we put out the remaining holes. We made a discovery. Crawford. Crawford had 21 grams over 2 meters. That's an economic hit. 3.5 kilometers along strike, limited drilling in that area, and we will be following that up in the current program. 4,700 meters of drilling, completed last year, made a discovery, confirmed historic mineralization in that area, and it remained open. That was the first step of our drilling last year. And what are we doing this year? We'll follow up on that discovery, and we're going to make the next discovery. And these are all the targets across the belt. Slate Rock, Reeves, Gehan, Deerfoot, kilometer scale features. These are all permitted. They're all part of our current drill program. And we have 2 rigs turning on the property in the current program as we speak. 4,000 meters. We're going to follow that up with a second 4,000 meters later this year. 8,000 meters in the ground, $2.5 million, more prospecting, more till, more regional understanding. We will make another discovery here, and it will happen this year. This is a very detailed map. This reflects the level of our workflow to develop these targets. We're looking at the magnetics, we're looking at the structure, we're looking at the geochemistry. That area is 6 by 6 kilometers. All of the drilling historically was near that talc mine. And there's economic intercepts there, 13 grams over 4 meters, but it looked small, it looked structurally complex. So we went about building a model and we've developed a dozen targets in a 6 kilometer by 6 kilometer area. Anything that's red will be tested this year. These are kilometer scale, very compelling targets, and we have drills turning on them as we speak. That's the Dester Porcupine Fault Zone at the bottom. 4 kilometers out of it without a single drill hole. That is how underexplored this property is. Slate rock is an area we're going to drill in this program as well. High Golden Till, direct geological analogy to Young-Davidson. This is a big gold system out there. Up to 200 grains of gold in till. They're highly pristine. They haven't moved very far. And we're going to drill test this target in the current program. It's a compelling kilometer scale target. It's one of the areas we're really focused on, and it has a lot of hallmarks of a really impressive gold system. So this is what we're doing in Timmins. 8,000 meters this year. We already made a discovery. We'll make another discovery. And we're going to keep pushing these forwards and these targets forward, have good news flow through this quarter, and be active again in the second half. This is half of the GFG story. Aggressive, huge land position, poised for a discovery. The other half of the story is our asset in Wyoming. This is an alkaline gold belt. Formerly Evolving Gold acquired for $2 million the asset into GFG Private Co. 2.5 years ago. 100,000 meters of drilling, great jurisdiction, the right type of system, the right partner. Last year, we brought in Newcrest as a joint venture partner to advance our Rattlesnake Hills project. Newcrest produces 2.5 million ounces a year from 4 mines. They are an aggressive and highly technical company, and they're looking for alkaline gold districts globally. They approached us, and we negotiated a joint venture in September of last year. $100 million to earn 75% over 10 years. That's a great deal. It's a good stamp of credibility from best in class. GFG stays operator. We extract management fee, helps us cover our G&A. Best case is we find a Newcrest size system and we have 25% of it 10 years down the road. Worst case is they don't find it and they turn it back to us and we have it in 100%. This was a good deal for Newcrest. It's a good deal for GFG. We operate it. It's a great credibility stamp on the asset. And what are we looking at there? Why is Newcrest there? This is central Wyoming. It's cattle country, oil and gas. It is also a large alkaline gold belt, and we have that entire belt, 135 square kilometers, acquired in 2015. Consolidated, put it together, no different than what we've done in Timmins. 2 deposits, 100,000 meters of historic drilling have been completed here. There are some phenomenal intercepts, 60 meters at 10 grams. These are things that have been drilled off historically on this deposit. Newcrest likes the system, they like the jurisdiction, they like the team. And they like the opportunity to find a Newcrest-sized system. And what does that look like? They're looking big, 5, 10, 20 million ounces. This is their deck. They don't feel it's sticking out of the ground. They will feel it's somewhere at depth, 200 meters to a kilometer, kilometer and a half. That's their search space. That's where we're exploring. We're looking for a gold-rich porphyry underneath the system that we've drilled off historically. They like these systems. They are experts in bulk underground mining, and they are targeting these systems globally. And we pitched them the concept of saying, look, there's already gold-rich porphyry intercepts there at 700 meters depth. 3 grams in porphyry, 6 grams in breccias. You look at the rock, wow, it looks like Lahir. Oh, might look like Cadia. These are huge systems and they understand them and that's why they're there. We will test the deep environment this year with Newcrest. The green circles here outline some of the target areas. There's 2 deposits at surface, but what we're looking for is the route to the system. We've applied all sorts of new technology with Newcrest. Core scan, true scan, geophysical inversions, remodeled all the data. They are good. They are sharp, and they're bringing all their intelligence into our technical committee that's guiding this exploration. The minimum spend for them this year is $1.5 million to get to their $2.6 million that they have to spend in the option phase. We're finalizing budgets in this quarter, and we anticipate on the order of $3 million to go into the ground in the next 12 months. That's a very aggressive exploration program. It's more advanced and more dollars going into the ground than they require to do under the JV, and it reflects urgency, it reflects a bold step, and it reflects that they like what they're seeing. That starts in July. Those results will come out in the second half of this year. We're looking for tier 1 size porphyries in Wyoming. We've partnered with best in class, Newcrest. We manage it, we have management fee, we've developed news flow, and we're carried through bankable feasibility. This is a good deal for both parties. It's well structured, it was negotiated last year, and it allowed GFG to move forward, bring its Timmins assets through the exploration to discovery phase, and advance Rattlesnake with Newcrest as a partner. So why GFG? Why now? We have 2 belts under control. 2 major belts. We've got a technical team that has had success finding ore bodies and running companies and transacting to build value. Great track record. We're financed with $4 million cash in the bank. We ran Claude. Claude was a struggle. We succeeded eventually, but we learned a lot doing that. We're cheap. Dollars go in the ground. That's our focus. Aggressive exploration programs, driving discovery, and 2019 is a really big year. So I started off the presentation saying we're a 20 million market cap company. We will spend $7 million this year, and we're backed by best in class. It's a good story, a lot of catalysts, and I thank you for listening to the story today.
Thank you, Brian. We have time for a few questions if there are any in the room. Nope. Okay.
Good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brian.